Hello everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Amitabh, a final year student and AWS community builder in a containers category. In this video, we will see how you can attach an IAM role to the EC2 instance to provide a temporary access to perform any action to other AWS services. So it is a very useful way and the best practices that AWS recommend to use the IAM role, not the secret key and the ID that you create from the IAM users. So this is a video that I have mentioned in a past video of AWS SSA series where I have mentioned that I will create a video how you can attach an IAM role to the EC2 instance. So this is this video. So without any delay, let's get started. So idea is that we will launch an EC2 instance and we will connect to that EC2 instance with using the EC2 instance connect, and later on we will see how you can access the S3 bucket. So initially we do not have any permission to use the S3 bucket. So we will do the AWS S3 LS, see whether the S3 access is allowed to that EC2 instance to perform access with a AWS S3 bucket. Later on, we will create an IAM role and attach that IAM role to the EC2 instance, and we will see the difference before and after. So let's launch the EC2 instance. So I will launch the EC2 instance, IAM instance profile. And if you don't know how to create an EC2 instance, you can watch the previous videos, and we will select the Ubuntu and we will keep the same T2 micro, and we will not using the key pair as we will use the EC2 instance connect. So we will connect the EC2 instance on the browser only, and there is an HTTP access and the 15 GB of this storage, and we will launch the EC2 instance. And after that, whenever the EC2 instance is running, we will connect the EC2 instance and we will check whether we have access to the S3 bucket or not. So let's wait to EC2 instance to be active. It is now running. We will connect that EC2 instance using the EC2 instance connect. And this is the public IP. We will connect that. And once the EC2 instance is ready, we will check whether we have access to AWS S3 or any other services you want to work with. You can check accordingly. And for now, if we run the AWS S3 LS, you can see we have to first install the AWS CLI. So we will install the AWS CLI. So this is a short way to install the AWS CLI. You can install from the browser also. Browser ones is recommended, not this one. So install from the browser. And once AWS CLI is installed, we will check whether we have access to the S3 buckets. So let's see. So you can see we cannot have the access to S3 bucket as we have not created any secret. We do not have created the AWS login. We have not done the AWS configure with the secret ID and the secret key. So if you want to provide a temporary access to the EC2 instance to communicate with other services and perform action within that, so for that we create an IAM role and attach to EC2 instance, and it will get to access that service and you can perform the action accordingly. So for that, we will create an IAM role. So click on roles in IAM dashboards and create role. So we are using the AWS service. So we are allowing the EC2 perform actions in this account. So use case will be the EC2, and click on next. And here we have to attach an S3 bucket. So we will create S3 full access, and if you want to provide read only, you can provide the read only also. And if you want to perform full access, you can select any permission and click on next, and this rule will be IAM instance profile S3. So this will be my IAM role name, and in the IAM trusted entities, we have the EC2 instance. So this is assumed by the EC2 instance, not other than that. And the policy we have provided is the S3 full access. Click on create role. And once the role is created, we will go to the EC2 instance created. We have now we will click on action. In action, we have to go to the security. In security, we have the option modify IAM role. Click on that. and here you will get an option to select the EC2 IAM role, whichever you have created. So you can see we have created this IAM role. We will select this and update the IAM role. And you can see we have attached the IAM role to the EC2 instance. Now the EC2 instance is able to communicate with the S3 bucket. It can perform any access related to the S3 as we have provided the full access of the S3. So now again we will check the AWS S3 LS. So now we will get the list of bucket that we have in our AWS account. So this is a way that you can provide a temporary access to the EC2 of any services that you want. This is just an example of the S3 bucket, and this is a promise that I have made in a past video to cover this in a future video, so that I have done. So you can use for any other services that you want. If you want to create for the EKS service, ECS service, you can easily provide the temporary access to the EC2 instance using the IAM role, and which is also known as instance profile. If you attach the EC2 instance, and you can delete the IAM role accordingly if you don't have to use that. So you can simply uh, destroy the EC2 instance. You can terminate the EC2 instance, and for the created role you can search the role that you have created. You can select it and click on delete. So this is how you can create an IAM role attached to EC2 instance and delete it accordingly. So we have terminated the EC2 instance and deleted the IAM role also. So that's all for this video. I hope you learned something new. मिलते हैं नेक्स्ट वीडियो में, तब तक के लिए जय हिंद, बाय.